Hi, welcome back to Christine's Home Affairs. I'm in the shop today and I figured it's time to do a walkthrough tour. Most of you know that Chris and I have a second-hand store in our little town of Nagambie, and within that store we sell all kinds of junk. I also sell my handmade range, provide an alteration service, and Chris does all of his ultimate recycler stuff as well, and we kind of throw everything in together. Come for a walk and I will show you all my handmade stuff, and I'm going to tell you exactly, well, almost exactly, how many items I actually have of my handmade range in the store. Let's go for a walk. And I've had a lot of people ask about our town as well. So because it's an overcast day, I might actually go for a little bit of a walk around the town, show you the lake and just how tiny we really are. So here we are at the front of the shop. Now I apologise for the audio. I forgot to bring my mic to work with me today and Chris didn't bring his. So we've got all the road noise as well. But this is the outside of the shop. We have a piano here for people to play and a book exchange that we provide the space for, and people just help themselves. And then everything along here is the stuff that Chris and I have to put away into the shop at the end of each day, and we also bring it out every morning. So rain or shine, wind or not, this is everything that we bring out every day. As you enter the shop, I have my number one sellers greeting you just along the poles here. So I have usually about 30 different colours in the supermarket shopping bags. Then there's a few trolleys with lots of different handmade bags on here. A lot of these you would have seen videos for. This is one I did with sample fabric a few weeks ago. I'll pop a link in the description box. And likewise with this one here, a little patchwork bag made out of sample upholstery fabric. Shoe bags are out the front, as are my pony bridle bags. Let's go in the store. I have a whole lot of just handmade zippered bags in here. People rummage through to see what they like. Pocket tissue pouches. And as you come in, you almost get smacked in the face with all my handmade products, so I make sure that people see them as they walk in the door. These are all the bags that I made out of one sample book the other day. That was a big sample swatch fabric book that I got, and I did a video for it a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, that's all of them hanging up there. I think there's about 14 of them. My giant utility bags, and just a couple of little ones that I've done with some more swatch fabric. Let's go for a walk down the aisles. All right, this is the jack machine that I did a review on some time ago, but because I've got a new machine, I'm now selling that one. So if anyone wants a really good industrial sewing machine, let me know. I've got my change room behind here, and this is where Chris and I usually hang out, behind our counters. Hello, Chris.
Cheers.
I hope that's coffee. And my sewing space here, it's incredibly messy. I am a messy worker. I confess I always have crap all over the place, but these are all projects that I'm working on. And we've got a whole lot of second-hand goods as you come up the aisle, and on Chris's counter here, he's got his mystery items box. So he always has this here for his customers to have a look and see if they've got enough knowledge to work out what there is. We've got lots of jewellery counters. I buy a lot of jewellery off eBay in bulk, and it's actually helped my business get going. When things were really tough, I purchased a whole lot of jewellery and it kind of saved the day. And here are my hanging tea towels. We've got a section here for books that Chris has gone and rearranged all of the books when he moved in some months back. I had all the books along the back wall, and he has gone and rearranged everything and spread them out a bit and made them look really nice. And that left me a whole back wall to be able to arrange my handmade products. We've got records over here, and fabric and kids' toys and some international books. Mostly German. Okay, my handmade range. So I've got so many different types of zippered bags, boxed bags, little toiletry bags. They're all different sizes and shapes. These are the vinyl bags, the two-tone vinyl bags. Then I go up to the ones that are using 3 vinyl strips, or is that 4? I think it's 4. I also sell soap. Soap helps the shop not have that really horrible second-hand op shoppy smell. So soap and diffusers just help make the shop still smell a little bit more feminine, much to Chris's disgust. So lots and lots of bags up here. And you know, 12 months ago, this whole wall was chock-a-block full of books. We had done a house clean out with books, and the entire wall was completely full. And then there were a whole lot of other shelves that had books on them as well. So we've got quite a lot of different types of books, very early ones, some dating back to the 1800s. This is my OCD aisle. We've got our crystal display cabinets, and I've got them all in graduating order. I'm just careful of the glare in the front there. I'll show you from the front in a minute. But I've got all the crystal cabinets all in graduating order. I've got some more handmade items on this coat rack at the back here. A lot of these you would recognise from the YouTube videos. Lithuanian throws. I've been selling quite a lot of these lately. They're all made from squares of fabric that were all getting thrown out. And in the far corner here, this is the tech room. We've kind of got little alcoves set up around the shop. So on this wall, in this corner here, we've got the tech room where Chris has a lot of stereo gear, old phones, DVDs. We've got hundreds of DVDs. We do quite a lot of those. Old phones, lots of old camera gear, and lots of old speakers. Just basically lots of old stuff in the shop. Chris also collects e-waste, so he repairs and checks a lot of TVs. This is Barry. We're about to bring Barry over to the front counter so that he can scare the customers. Some more jewellery, and these are some of my older sewing machines before I went to industrial, so I'm starting to sell a few of those. I have mannequins all over the store. I used to have a thing for mannequins, not so much these days though. This is our little, I guess it's our entertainment bar area, and this clothing rack, just kind of, we have vintage clothing and vintage towels and linen and that sort of thing. This kind of doesn't really have a home in the shop, and it just gets pushed around from one place to the next. But in this section we usually have a lot of beer glasses, liquor glasses, you know, that sort of thing. It's actually quite a popular little section of the shop. We'll even sell just little individual glasses. So once upon a time we would have just put them all out on the free trolley, but there's lots of people that come in here on a weekend looking for glassware just so that they can have a wine or a beer. The hotels don't have glass, they have plastic, or a lot of them do, and people just come in and buy individual glasses. So we can pretty much sell absolutely anything in here. There's jewellery all over the place. I do so much with jewellery. And over in this little nook, well, it's actually quite a big nook, this is our kitchen area. So we've got some old kitchen dressers. These are a couple of old school cupboards that Chris picked up. A couple of old retro tables in the middle of the room as well. And we'll sell anything. I mean, we're trying at the moment to sell my old cooktop and our old cookware because we ended up changing to induction. So we have the benefit of bringing all of our stuff that we don't want in here as well. So it's the other side of the kitchen room. Lots of nice canisters, tea boxes, biscuit boxes, lots of old biscuit tins. You name it, it's in here. We have so much junk in here, but people love it. Even on the roof here, we've got a bunch of ladders up on the roof here, and then Chris is just hanging some lights. Eventually he'll have some bikes hanging from the ceiling as well, and all sorts of other bits and pieces. Coming to the front of the shop, we've nearly done a whole circuit, but I haven't shown you the middle yet. This is pretty much Chris's tool section. These are the spanner rolls that I did a video for a little while ago, and this is what's affectionately known as the bloke's room. So when Chris had the shop next door, he had a separate room for the bloke stuff and a separate room for the kitchen. We've just turned everything into alcoves in my shop here. Well, it's our shop now. So yeah, there's lots and lots of interesting bits and pieces in here. Now let's go back to the handmade section. Whereabouts are we? That's one of our centre aisles. And over here, this is the main aisle where everybody walks into the shop. So as I said earlier, when you come in, you're smacked in the face with a whole range of bags. And right in front of you, you have the crossbody bags that I made in last week's video. And the mobile phone bags, I just put those up in yesterday's video, and then some more crossbody bags. I put these out on Friday and I've sold 2 already today. So, and it's only Sunday, so I'm pretty happy with that. I've actually had a really good day selling my handmade stuff today. My Helping Hands card holders, I do a lot of those. I'm trying to make myself make about half a dozen a week. Along the bottom here, this is where I store all the excess in my supermarket shopping bags. So that entire row of shelving all along the bottom consists of about 150 supermarket shopping bags and then about 50 shoe bags. And then all the way along we have all of the things that I've been making lately. Gift card holders made out of the vinyl swatch samples. Just an assortment of zippered bags. These are just quick things that I whipped up. I had some, sample fabrics and I just wanted to get rid of it, so I only have those at $5. I don't think they're very nice. My puppy poo pouches, these have been a great seller ever since I started making them about 18 months ago. They're really popular. I think I've sold 2 of those today already. And the supermarket shopping bags, I've sold 3 or 4, and then I had 4 in a web order as well overnight. Some more of the zippered bags, just a whole different assortment of them. These are the itty bitty bags. I put the price down from $15 to $10 because I couldn't sell them, and they are starting to sell a little bit better now. The credit card pouches, I've only got a couple of those left, and these are just tiny little coin purses. They're just there to get rid of smaller samples of fabric. Soft toys. We'll sell anything. Some more sample swatch fabrics. I think I showed you those in a video some time back, and this is a peg apron. Scrunchies. I do a lot of scrunchies. I've got to do some more. And then just some bits and pieces here. The footsie bags. They were just a really cute little bag that I made because I liked the fabric. So that's an entire aisle full of my handmade stuff. And on the other side is the range of crystal display cabinets. And as I said, I've got OCD, they're all in graduating order. If I could have put them in colour order, I would have done that too. But yeah, we've got a range of 60s glassware, old tea sets and china, some Murano glass sometimes, English china, lots of crystal that we get. So we do a lot of trios. They're always really nice to have. And some crystal. And then we've got some old English china. And then we've got some Aussie pottery in here of Chris's. He's got a nice selection there. And back to the back wall where I've got that huge selection of handmade vinyl bags, toiletry bags, cosmetic bags. They look nice against the white walls there. And I think that is about it for the shop tour. Let me just give you a good look at the shop from above, or at least as far as my arms will extend. So that's our shop. And I think I might just go for a quick walk into town now. Well, I'm actually in town, but I think I might just go for a quick walk outside and I'll show you what the town looks like. All right, so before we go down the street and have a look at our very short town, I'm going to let you know how many products I have in the shop. Chris, do you have any idea?
50.
50? All right. Maybe I better clarify.
Maybe you better.
Rather than, do you mean 50 products or do you mean 50 overall items?
50, are you talking just your handmade?
Yeah.
Probably 20 different items and maybe...
Chris thinks I have about 20 products in the store. I don't actually know how many products in the store. There's a little bit more than that. But I've gone and done a count of everything that I've got in the store that is handmade, and I have over 950 items in the shop right now.
Total stock.
Total stock. 950 items total stock in the shop right now.
Geez, you better back off a bit.
Oh, I think I need to do some more sewing. Let's go for that walk. So as I leave our shop, Chris and I are pretty much toward the end of the town. Up this end here we have, Chris's shop used to be in this building next door, which they've renovated. It's now a clothing shop, and the one after that will become a restaurant, I think. Up the road here we've got a pub that's been there for donkey's years, and pretty much the shop that you see over there, the Equine Centre, is the last shop in town. We've got our real estate agent across the road, the bakery, our shop, an old service station just along here, and we do have a really nice section in the middle of this road here. This is one way on this side of the street, then on the other side the traffic obviously goes in the opposite direction, but it's a really nice tree-lined street. It's very pretty. It looks nice all year. And over, if you have a look where that car's just heading right now, in the background there is a water tower. That's about the end of where the shops are, and I'm just going to go for a quick walk up there. It'll take me all of about 30 seconds. Okay, so that's looking back to our shops down there. This is just one of the side streets going to the houses in town. That's another old pub here, and we have one set of traffic lights in town, and that's it. I'm in the middle of the tree line section at the moment. This is our war memorial. Traffic goes in the opposite direction over here, and there is our lake. Let's go take a closer look. So here's our lake. We have a lot of rowing regattas here. It's very, very popular for rowing competitions. In fact, we had one here yesterday. And there's a really nice boardwalk that goes around the lake here. It goes all the way around toward that motel over there, past that playground centre over there that's newly built, and all the way over in the background is where the caravan tourist park is. It was flooded back in October last year. That hasn't come back yet. They're still rebuilding that. So there's lots of $1 million houses just on the edge of the lake over here. It's a beautiful place. And there's the pontoons for the racing that they had yesterday. And if you have a look, that little green building just over in the background, I'll get a close up there. If you have a look at that, you can see that black and yellow stripe along the side of the building. The water level came up to that red line on the sign there when we had the flooding back in October. So yeah, this whole boardwalk was completely flooded. There were fridges, camping gear, gas bottles, all sorts of things floating around in the lake. Anyway, that's it. This is the nicest part of the town, except for where we are, of course. And I'm going to love you and leave you now. I hope you've enjoyed the tour of the shop and a tour of the town, and I shall catch you next time. Bye for now.